Alright, the stream is live. How do I sound? I need to hear myself, because some alterations have taken place. Alright, the stream is live. How do I sound? I need to hear myself. Should be the same, right? Should be the same. With minimal differences. Low CPU usage, low quality, suppression method. More CPU usage. I used to use this thing, but... ah, fuck it. Alright. Alright, hello there. Wait a moment. I need to launch CS. I need to change this thing to CS right here. Good. I also need to leave the notification of my stream, right? Because I'm a professional streamer after all. From this day on, I only will be try-hard professional or wanna-be professional streamer. Enough with this scuffed amateur approach, I say. Alright, I left the notification. I also needed to... I needed this. And almost ready to begin. Ouch. Almost. Is the key word, I guess. Because as always, I didn't prepare properly. I'm preparing myself for the reinstallation of Windows. It's going to be... I will need to find like a couple of hours when I don't want to do anything, and just occupy myself with that for a great deal of the day, apparently. You know, reinstalling all this shit. Today, for example, I bothered myself with... well, because I'm streaming on another account, and all this time I use the settings. OBS is connected to Twitch account, and the settings are getting saved on the OBS account that is attached to a certain channel. Twitch channel, I mean. And I always had it attached to my old account. So therefore, all the settings were not... well, all the actual settings were... well, would be lost, really. Not the layout, scenes, all that shit. I didn't want to lose it, so well, I mean, it doesn't matter, really. I just, either way, I will need to spend some 20-30 minutes on restoring that, resettling things. So I decided to do it today, rather than, like, in a couple of days when I do reinstall Windows, you know, occupying myself with having a little less burdens, in other words, when the time comes. For now, however, I'm trying to figure out the matter with the Indians, with my Indian friends. Fuck. The Indians are not functioning too well today, it seems. Fuck me, boy. Shit, nigga. At least I can do that while I'm lonely. Well, maybe it's for the best, actually. I was thinking of trying to stream properly without, well, with webcam on, but without any Indian help, so to speak. Maybe it's actually going to work out better. The right contingent is going to come about. Yeah, those who wouldn't expect. Who would expect the chat to be dead, for example? No, I don't think there is a significant difference in this aspect between... okay, good. The reflection is not scuffed. Yeah. Shit, this thing is broken. Fuck, I should have occupied myself with that first. My YouTube stream, on the contrary, is live, and I think I need to open it myself just to give it a view. Apparently I need to do that. YouTube, Google account. Where is my YouTube account? How can I get to my views, for fuck's sake? Damn! It's way too difficult. Everything is so fucking tough, man. Shit. It's moving too, bastard. View your channel. Damn, all those changes they've done on YouTube. They are, at most, unnecessary, I would say. Shit, I don't have the preview for this. I can set it up. right now, I guess. Apparently I need to set up the preview all the damn time before I go live. Damn, one of the reasons why I didn't want to mess up with YouTube, because, well, if it doesn't bring anything, I will try to do it for like a week, or maybe a month, to see whether there is going to be just at least like one viewer. Last time I tried, there was a little result. There was some kid coming on my channel. By the way, the quality, the way I see it, is really scuffed, isn't it? On YouTube, it's worse than on Twitch, apparently. Apparently it is. Ah. Okay, whatever. Yeah, the Indians, they refuse to fucking function today. The site with which I used to contact them is lagging badly. Almost down the server, apparently. Alright. I guess without any further ado, I'm going to begin either way. Ah, there was just one little thing I wanted to adjust as well. In OBS, which is new now. Start stream. Enable scenes. Damn, there are so many things, so many hotkeys I can set up for my... Oh. Hide chat box. Damn, there are so many things I can... I can make... the... How do you call that? The leeway, I guess. No, it probably isn't correct. Well, the optionality of hotkeys that I can have is really just great. But I can't find what I want. I need to just mute the microphone hotkey. I want to set up that. Start. Studio. Recording. Replay. Alert. Ah! Mic. Mic. Up. Mute. And unmute the same. Should work out. Let's... Ah, bye-bye. Fucking works great. And the Indian chaps. No. Yikes. Yeah, it doesn't work for now. I can actually just take a pause. And come to the stream a little later. Because I'm afraid it might be useless streaming right now. I don't think anybody's gonna press on this stream without my Indian friends. Hang on. Damn, I was actually thinking of... It might be a great idea, actually. I should bother myself with that. Streaming, trying to make a proper stream. From the beginning to the end. Well, like streaming for an hour. And then after the stream is done, just replaying it on Twitch. Over and over. People will come not knowing this is... Well, even if they realize this is a replay... Yeah, even if they realize this is a replay, some may follow. I mean, it's just... rational, I would say. Hang on, I'll open the window. Yeah. Yes, I'm afraid, to my misfortune, the Indians... Oh! Loading a bit faster, but... still no use. Well, without any... I can begin anyway, right now, regardless. A little annoying. I don't know for how long it will be down. Oh, by the way, how is the balance of sounds? It should be alright, yeah. Maybe even better than it was. I think it was like minus 13 here. Like this. Should be good. I was also thinking about the... I never liked using that, actually. Seriously, ever since I was pretty young. Around 14, when I learned what is streams. I never liked follow alert. And always when I streamed, when I made attempts of streaming, either one way or another, I always felt... I never felt like turning that on, to be honest. Never liked it. But I think it might actually have a use. In situations when there are like 3-5 viewers, it might be helpful. One follows. Because people are very unlikely to follow nowadays. The thing is, back then, people were following all the damn time. Well, I mean, just literally somebody could press on your stream, never visit you again, watch you for like 30 seconds, press follow button, leave, and again, never return. That was the modus vivendi of many people on Twitch. With time, things have changed. Nowadays, people just don't press follow, based on my experience too often. And again, looking at the statistics, the stats of big streamers, Lyric for example, a couple of other big streamers I did check last time. I did it only once about a year ago, but nevertheless, after 2022, no, sorry, 2020, people pretty much stopped following, apparently. And again, it does correspond with my experience as well, with my practice. So, yeah, I guess, in reality, nothing has changed, to be honest. It is, well, I mean, back then a lot of people could follow and then never come to your stream again. Today, they just don't press follow. However, some of those people who potentially could return, perhaps, don't press follow as well, though I don't know, maybe they never would. Well, there just were a few of such viewers who stood on my channel for some time. We spoke, had a little chat, a little conversation, and then after a couple of hours, I finished the stream and they don't follow. Yeah, so perhaps it might make sense, actually, to serve as some kind of a reminder. Yeah, maybe after this stream I will bother myself with that. We'll make it quiet. Yeah, silent, likely, so it doesn't annoy me. Alright, now let's get to CSGO, CS2, while reading some news. The Indians are still down, still not working, so I don't know how long I will be motivated to continue streaming this in this manner, I think. Not long. We'll see though, we'll see. I can actually try to help myself some other way. Ouch. Oh, splendid. Damn, why wouldn't they have proper new different maps? At least in competitive. Seriously, just here, at least. What is the problem? Well, I guess they haven't drawn them yet. Even though I don't know how big of a problem that is. Okay. Which? I'll give myself at least another extra view. If it works. Okay, so what is on the agenda today? Well, firstly, I guess I will start with the news that I read today. Not much, it's literally a couple of updates I'm gonna read right now. Nancy Pelosi House, January 6th committee deleted more than 100 encrypted files. just days before GOP took the majority. Frankly speaking, nothing unusual, I guess, nothing unexpected. I guess it doesn't help, actually. Doesn't increase the view count nowadays if I use several devices, but the same accounts. The same browser. Oh, well, the same Wi-Fi. Fuck! For fuck's sake, dude! By the way, who I deal with? Possibly they are not even Russians. And apparently they are not even from Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan or whatever. Damn, it's still shitting in my cache. Oh my god. Source 2 is really just such a fucking downgrade. Even this damn thing doesn't work. Eastern Europe, nevertheless. Okay. Yeah, it's nothing really surprising, I guess. Though, 100 encrypted files, is it really that much? I mean, it's quite clear what has happened. Though they might be rather crucial, truly. Definitely gives us plenty of space for conspiracy theories of some kind. What could have happened there? Well, not conspiracy, actually, because I think there is an obvious fact of conspiracy, you know. But theorize is all we can do at this point. Most. Well, I mean, now, by the way, I haven't seen anything new from the footages that has been leaked. That have been leaked. There were like thousands of hours, and yet I haven't seen a single fragment. I suppose it was casual and nothing new. Nothing that we hadn't seen before. Elon Musk agreed. Well, this was really quite interesting, by the way. Elon Musk agreed that there could be 1 million humanoid robots in the 2040s if the foundations of civilization are stable. The thing is, surely you can blame failures or... Well, you can fail your bad prediction... you can blame your bad prediction on somebody else. But... I suppose I'm one of the few people, apparently, in this world now. Fuck me!
Connector.
Bomb has been planted.
Fucking game! Why the hell they never miss? I hit him once, he hit me 4 times! Shit. Yes, I'm one of the very few people apparently in this world who remembers Elon Musk's prediction that it was a prediction, a promise of some sort. He said that in the year 2023, we're gonna arrange an expedition to Mars. Well, it's 2024, and I do not see any expedition to Mars yet. 3 middle. Okay, can they do just... they can't do a damn thing. Alright, let's just lose it quicker then. What's the point of trying? Yes, so I suppose this is one of those predictions. You see, humanoid robots. What do you mean exactly also by that? What do you mean by humanoid robots? We have some kind of humanoid robots today in this world. Some of them are even, well, have some kind of utility even. For example, you know, those... I think many people have seen some waiter robots in restaurants, in cafes of Japan, for example, or some other countries. We can... so, do you mean those? yeah? Or do you mean something more complex? Because if you mean something more complex by something like androids almost, something with similar... A kind of robots that would have something reminiscent to freedom of free will or anything of that sort. Yes. Well, truly nowadays the artificial intelligence is developing and all, and truly I do not negate the fact that they're definitely going to be more complex. Those robots, again, waiter robots, for example. But the thing is, is there such word as rentability in English? Is that an English term by chance? It's not gonna pay off, that's my point, probably, because you will need plenty of resources to keep them working.
Laying down smoke.
Fuck, he's so low.
Grenade out. Counter-terrorists win.
Later, bitch! Got the bastard's ass. Nice toss, boy. Damn, the Indians just don't work today. Such a fucking shame. Not at all. It's a little annoying and upsetting. Alright, alright.
Throwing fire.
I can actually take a pause and find some others.
Injury.
There is such option.
Throwing fire.
Well, but at this point I have to finish this shitty game.
Grenade. Throwing flashbang. Smoke. Throwing a grenade.
Up. And there is nobody's around, sadly. There is nobody around. I fucking hate this game. So the son of a whore literally was hiding behind a fucking corner on his spawn. Son of a bitch. Germany should hold its own Dexit vote on leaving the European Union, says AFD leader. The UK was dead right in leaving the EU. Oh, the Indians are back, finally. I was beginning to grow nervous. Yeah, well, my position is very anti-European Union. The thing is, European Union is... it was not a bad idea at all. Yeah, the idea of uniting Europe is far from the worst. Especially in the, well, the trading routes... the trading lines, rather. Everything that is regarding economy, basically, about European Union, and also the Schengen zone, is but a positive thing. So I do not... I merely think it should be redone. And it is necessary to return... Fuck, I hope he gets hit by a train, seriously. I fucking despise these sons of whores. What kind of tryharding swines do you need to be to do that? Jesus, fucking filthy, disgusting animals. I think it's pointless going B, to be honest. They never go there. I don't want to stay last. I want to die quicker. What's the point of playing this accursed game after all? Anyway, yeah, so everything. I didn't like this USSR 2.0 basically, and the thing is, there are really a lot more similarities between the such formation as the USSR and fucking imbecile. Shit, I just don't understand why these schmucks, they just don't miss. Look, 4 shots instantly. If only I could shoot like that, for fuck's sake. How the hell do they do that? How do they shoot like this? How do they control their shitty spray so perfectly all the time? This is a mystery that I'm afraid I will never figure out for myself. Anyway, let's just lose it quicker, seriously. These are hopeless schmucks, my teammates. Quadra demonstrandum. Nah, he killed both of us easily. Amazing. Jesus, I hate this game. Several screws missing from the plane's wing. Lol. The sabotage. The Chinese, the Russians, or the Iranians? Who could stay behind it? A mystery indeed. Yeah, so I'm strong. My position is strongly against modern European Union because this thing is really just subsistentially Soviet Union. The difference is pretty much only the color. Yes, the color of the background of the flag on the flag. Not red, but blue. The stars are of the same color, however. Yeah, so this institution in the Brussels, I think needs to be demolished. Has to be gone. The thing is, whatever. Maybe some other day we'll talk about the similarities. EU member states agree on military campaign to secure merchant shipping in the Red Sea. Peculiar. Well, because previously France, for example, was refusing to do that. To send any ships. Well, I think they sent a couple, actually. Like a couple of boats, likely. A great game. See, the bullets are not fucking going to the target. Shitbag. Alright, continuing. Distasteful, shitty kindergarten. Nearly fucking died. Remarkable. Alright, what else? Damn, everyone just posted that. As if it's gonna change anything, really. Okay, what is the EU states have reached a political agreement in principle to launch a military operation to secure merchant shipping in the Red Sea. This is announced by EU Foreign Policy Chief Borrell after a meeting of foreign ministers in Brussels. I mean, it's not going to change anything. This military operation is probably going to be a couple of missile launches. It's not going to fucking work. It's not going to help. They're not going to send soldiers. And before they send soldiers on the land, before they have soldiers on the land, they will never defeat anyone, actually. Nobody can be defeated this way. You don't... It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. It was a stupid idea to begin with, to be honest. And frankly speaking, I believe the notion that you can defeat your enemies without sending your soldiers is it's this infantile technological positivism, to be honest. The idea that with technologies humanity can reach some unbelievable heights. But this is really just a foolish idea to begin with, and it derives from the misconception of such thing as technological progress in the first place. People think we have learned to do such great things, but in truth, one of the only major, truly major, fundamental change there was in the core of the entire technological progress lays the fact that we have learned to utilize and rather, burn all manners of energy resources with higher efficiency than before. That's all. Everything else just derives from that. Yes, so essentially, in the heads of many politicians in the West, an idea emerged that your enemies can be defeated by mere rocket launchers. Yes, you can stay behind the front line, somewhere far away. Your soldiers will not have to. Damn, what's the word? Without the use of human power, basically. But it was a foolish idea to begin with. A complete misunderstanding. For many people, science always has been working like magic, to be honest. Well, I'm not sure about always, of course. When it started appearing in like 20th century, scientism was definitely looking a lot different from what we have today. Alright. It's nearly over, right? Unbelievable. I don't know, these matchmaking is just accursed, seriously. I play against tryhards who simply never miss. Well, or barely miss. Just filthy shitbags. And my teammates, on the contrary, are just a bunch of retards.
Stairs. Kitchen.
Oh boy, that's what I'm talking about. The son of a whore is running about and hits me. I cannot hit. How many times did he hit me, I wonder? Again, by the way, in such distance also. Just running about, hitting all the time. Not missing at all. When I shoot like that, I can't hit a fucking thing. Jesus, I hate this game. I hate people. I hate the modern state of video games and competitive games are dead, really. I once again gave it a little thought. And actually, I'm afraid that competitive games are dead forever, to be honest. Apparently, they will never be reborn. There is never going to be this, the similar period of time, such as 2010, 12, even 14. Those days are gone, and they will never re-emerge again. I was hoping that maybe with time, when an absolutely new competitive game appears, another MOBA, or another genre, for example, slightly different, similar to MOBA, anything of this sort. A new FPS game, at least for the first period, for the first couple of months, 2, 3, 5, the game is going to be more or less playable, it's going to be more or less pleasant and fun to play it. But now I realize it's more like chess, to be honest. And it doesn't matter whether a new game comes out, it's always going to be, well, again, very similar kind of game. People just know how to play video games at this point. So in other words, obviously it's not going to be new players if a new competitive game emerges. It's going to be an FPS, for example, right? And there are lots of, even though the mechanics may be a little new, and everybody will need to adapt to them, nevertheless, it's going to be an FPS, and people know how to shoot from other games. Everyone is going to be always try hard, that's my point. There is just no chance for returning that era. So again, I'm pretty sure when chess emerged, before there was professional chess, it was pretty fun to play because nobody really was try-harding. Nowadays, if you play chess, anybody who really takes it, there are too many people who take it seriously, right? And they memorize the tributes and all that. In video games, it's all the same. So it's always going to be wankery, try-harding piece of shit at this point. So they are dead forever. At least I was a witness of that era when it was just a little fun. Auschwitz has a project scene mounted on a track to show Holocaust footage as Elon Musk arrives. Yeah, Elon Musk arrived to see the Holocaust. Well, the leftovers of Holocaust. The memorials. Oh, Ben Shapiro is staying behind him, by the way. Nice. Now it all makes sense, and a lot of people from from so-called anti-Semitic camp is getting banned and suspended, or you know, get some kind of a shadow ban, stop receiving recommendations and all that. These does seem odd. Why do mask removal after arrest? What? Elon cucked by his own community notes after bringing up country. It was regarding the Patriot Front. Yeah, why these people wear masks? Truly a good question. Well, I suppose he refers to these fellas. Yeah, why do they? It's not that there is a pretty significant level of pressure caused upon people from with political views of this kind. And the thing is, it's got nothing to do really with whatever.
Let's roll.
No, actually, I was just about to say that it's not really because they are right. It's maybe because they are opposing, well, truly opposing the current, the current political system. Yeah, that is corrupt, truly, and just inefficient. It's counter-meritocratic, and, well, yeah, it definitely should be reformed as well. But, and so those people sort of call for this, and I thought maybe this is the reason. But then I realized even the non-systematic lefts, you know, like tankies of some, well, not radical tankies, somebody like Sarah Lagenknecht, for example. I don't think she's, well, difficult to say, actually. Difficult to say. Maybe she's a very pro-system kind of a person, just, tries to deceive us all. But either way, I don't think she's getting suppressed as much as AFD or anything of this kind. So yeah, fascism peak. Wow. Shalom alaikum.
Shalom alaikum. Why my game
hello, boys.
so good
Alaikum
looking?
assalam. Are you Swedish, bro?
Am I who?
Are you Swedish?
No, I'm not.
Are you Swedish?
No, I'm not a Swede.
Norway?
Are you Finland?
No.
Finnish?
No,
Are you
Russia.
Denmark?
I demand your respect.
Yeah, Russia. We're Latvian.
100%. You're too good for Russian. You speak too good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, too good England. Too
And-
good England.
How do you do, gentlemen? How was your day?
You're English.
Normal.
No, I'm not. I told you I'm Russian, man. I wouldn't lie.
No, you are English, bro.
No, I'm not. I fucking hate that shitty island, dude.
Okay, then what am I gonna...
Eh? Yeah, it should fucking sink, the island. Boys, are you ready to win this?
Yeah, you are English.
Yes, we are.
Clearly not, because I just
Wait.
fucking died.
My man.
I'm a woman.
He's Anomaly's friend.
Guys, enemy is dog shit. In
Yeah,
a
they
good
suck
way.
ass.
They are too good. One of them,
Oh my
cheating,
gosh.
ESP, 100%.
Fascism peak. The guy is like 16 or 15. I was expecting to find somebody a little more mature. Berlin. Nice. Damn, he can win this. My boy, you can't shoot through that! He should have waited, man. Fuck, he had such a wonderful opportunity. Now he's dead. Well tried, mate.
Spain.
GG.
You did your best. Don't worry, buddy. It was fabulous.
I had the music kit he has.
You
Now
couldn't
I
kill
have better.
one. You couldn't kill one guy. One guy, guys. One guy.
I killed one.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to fight against 3 on B.
Imbot. Imbot, okay?
So guys, what do you think about Jews?
I hate them.
You can't say that, man. They suffered. Oh, hello.
What? Their own existence.
Suffered my ass.
Are you Jewish?
Well, partly. Half Jewish, half
Are you from
Ethiopian.
fucking Turkey?
No, half Ethiopia.
So you're like half black.
Exactly.
My man said you're not on
Ew.
knives.
I'm not. What?
your
No,
anus is 20 by
no,
20 inches.
the Russian said. He said, I'm not on knives, can't.
I don't know what are they saying. No, it's evening around here. So yeah, good time of being to you too, mate. Welcome back, pal.
Welcome back. I nearly called
Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, good night,
What else?
whatever you prefer.
In the US, yeah. Ah, well, yes, in the US it's rather early.
early.
Ein kleines Blumenlein.
Oh, I love this tune. Please keep on
und das
singing.
hat Erik.
All right.
There's 2 on me, bro. Can you do something?
I'm gonna revenge, buddy! I tried my best. What do you think the implications for situation in Yemen and with Houthis is? What the implications for the situation? Hang on, I need to figure out what does implication mean. I have an assumption, but I don't... Hold on. Ah. Like consequences. Yeah. Let's see. I happen not to be a native speaker. And I didn't read that much. Fuck! Hang on a second. In general, look, the situation, it regards any Middle Eastern country, to be honest. It requires a long speech. Yeah, what do you think will happen worldwide given the situation? Okay. Well, firstly, at this very moment, nothing really serious and unusual occurs. Yeah. The bombing of Yemen used to take place on a regular basis, pretty much, by the Arabic coalition of Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates with the help of the United States. If I'm not mistaken, the US also participated in those. Can I hit? Oh, amazing. In aerial strikes. Yeah. So at this very moment, what the USA is conducting is really just within a norm. Really, nothing really serious. Game-changing is taking place at this very moment. It's a very regular situation. The bombing of the US is really looking very lazy at this point. They pretty much just really informed, and I have a feeling it was done intentionally. So, as you remember, the chronology. At first, Yemen started to use the Red Sea as the kind of leverage on the West. Well, because it has a tremendous economic impact, as we have learned after 2020, yes. The situation with the container ship of Evergarden, that company, yeah, when it was stuck in Suez Canal. It caused a tremendous impact on economy. Apparently the Houthis, Iran, have noted that and decided to use it like 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah, they began hijacking and attacking ships that were mostly belonging to either Israel or the Western countries. Well, associated rather with those states. Yeah.
Oh, please give me a
The USA obviously,
I give you sound step forward.
on diplomatic level, began to object that strongly, condemning these actions. Of course, Yemen didn't listen.
He's good
Yeah.
player. he's good
And
player.
frankly speaking, these aerial strikes at this very moment, they really do look like
Thank you.
some kind of a slight slap, you know, because the US definitely doesn't want to begin to escalate the situation there. The US doesn't need any other wars occurring currently. For fuck's sake, man! I hate this game. How the fuck did he hit me? Oh boy. 3B. I'm lonely here, gentlemen. Hang on.
Yeah, we know.
Don't worry, I got it. Shit, I need to reload, but...
You did it, mate.
Nice. What do you think the Houthis intend to gain from, This is a regular thing. There was also a claim that they've sank one of the ships. I saw, but... Well, there was no data of objective control, there were no videos, no evidences, well, proofs rather, to that. And such false claims are happening all the time, yes, when there is some kind of a military confrontation taking place. Anyway. Fuck! The strikes that the US conducts on Yemen right now, my point is that it looks really... Well, maybe lazy is not the kind of word. Really, it is done unwillingly. It happens in the context of just trying to persuade Yemen, the Houthis, to stop doing that. Yes, because otherwise, well, we're gonna bomb you. But the thing is, this bombing just doesn't bring any profit. Well, it doesn't reach any it doesn't help you to achieve the final goal, basically. The war with Yemen clearly, well, just now, for example, where was there was a report? European Union, yes, EU member states agreed on military campaign to secure the merchant shipping in the Red Sea. I really have no idea how do they intend to do that. Maybe they have some kind of a cunning plan, but it's quite clear that perhaps they're going to increase the level of attacks on Yemen, right? On their coastal, well, like missile systems and all that. But eventually, I don't think it's going to bring. It's going to help them to reach the goal. In order to make it stop at this point, it seems like they need to either find some kind of a compromise with the Houthis, but then highly likely the Houthis will try to use these again, these kind of tactics or strategy rather, or going with a land operation, right? And there is not going to be a land operation. But this is the only thing that is going to help to stop Houthis, because I spoke about this a little earlier. For many years, in doctrines of many Western countries, and not only Western, I suppose, in many technologically advanced countries, they for some reason believed that it's possible to, by the means of extremely accurate rockets, systems, well, military systems of this kind, it is possible to win wars, right? Well, you just use highly accurate rockets, you target the enemies without having your soldiers participating. But the thing is, in reality, it turns out to be just...
Playtime, don't peek.
Well, I had to, boys, I had to.
Bro!
No, you hadn't.
I had to, we need to die like warriors,
my
boy!
gosh.
Let's go!
He's gonna get an ace,
Let me
don't
shut up.
peek.
How rude. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so frankly speaking, it looks like some kind of... how do you call it? Like Zakswang. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. That dude with the sniper rifle. Yeah, they try harding cunts, that's what they are. I have no idea why my fellas actually followed me in dying there. Well, he can try to hide.
Playtime.
Done.
Anyway, moving on. What else do we have? Yeah, so I really have no idea how are they intending to resolve this situation with Yemen at this point. You know,
Let's move out.
Soleimani, the general that was assassinated in 2020, general of Iran. Well, he was the head of the Islamic Revolution Guard Corps, I believe. He had his strategic view regarding the opposition to the US was that they need to simply overstretch the American military infrastructure. Yeah, they need, they just need to have many wars and different... Well, it's quite primitive, it's obvious, right? The more fronts your opponent has, the better it is for you. But in the end, it turns out that it actually does work, because, well, for example, there were many articles... of course, I don't know how accurate they are entirely. Maybe this is some kind of disinformation for the enemies of the US. But plenty of articles lately are arriving about the capacity of... well, capacity... How much the American MIC can... how much rockets for Patriot systems the US can produce, yeah. And this number is extremely small. It's like 500 a year. This is just a very small number. For instance, there is another, just in the Middle East alone, there is another front after all. The the Iraqi pro-Iranian groups of resistance are attacking American bases, and there are footages of Patriot systems in action. You know, eventually, if there will be more of such conflicts, because the US at this point needs to spend those systems for, well, rockets for these systems in Ukraine, in Middle East. Possibly there might be also, well, at the very least, the stockpiles of Taiwan may be worth to fill, yeah. And the US also needs to keep some... some for the, well, in reserves, you know, for a black day, so to speak. And the thing is, apparently these kind of strategies actually might be working pretty efficiently in the end of the day. Yeah.
It's a 2 AVP.
Fucking hell, boy. Okay, going to be tough to them to do that unless you capitalize on. Personally, I think the Houthis are biting off more than they can chew. It's difficult to say in the current situation, you see. Maybe if there had been no Ukraine, for example, these... It's very unlikely, and the Houthis feel... They can definitely feel that. It's highly unlikely there is going to be ground operation. Airstrikes. Well... again, as the same Ukrainian conflict shows us, how many rockets are used from both sides? Yes, how do...
something.
It's just difficult, really.
Just stay inside, don't rush them. Blue, green.
Yeah, this kind of approach simply doesn't work, that's my point. Whether they can bite more than they can chew? The thing is, they're not alone in this conflict in some way, yes. I don't know, really, maybe... for example, I don't know how much man do they have, yes, I don't have the classified information. Ouch. Fucking hell, boy. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. We'll see, of course. But my opinion is that eventually, I think likely they're going to come to some kind of a truce, you know. Maybe. Again, it is all sides of this conflict. Not only in the Middle East at this point, but all over the world. How to formulate it? Well, even in the context of Middle East alone. Damn, how to say this? Eventually, this conflict with the Houthis apparently is working as a leverage on the USA by, well, Arabic, Muslim countries overall, Iran primarily, to affect on the political decisions in Israel, for example. Yes, because we can also... It's quite distinct that the American establishment is truly persuading Israel to stop. Israel, on the other side, is not going to stop, clearly, because... No. Well, Netanyahu simply leaves as a politician because of the war. As long as the war going, he stays prime minister. As soon as it ends, well, the war cabinet disappears, and highly unlikely he's gonna stay.
Go purple, B, go B, purple, idiot.
Shit! Should have expected that. I heard him, but yeah, a little miscalculation. Damn, I feel at least in English language, my eloquence is deteriorating yet again. Not surprising. Not so much practice after all. Not so much practice. Going to be tough for them to do that unless they capitalize on our weak government. Unless they capitalize. I really don't see... Everyone reposted that. This news. Yeah, EU members stated... I don't think the scale of their involvement in this conflict, EU countries, I mean, coalition... Well, in the coalition that the US has formed, yes, this Prosperity Guardian, I don't think it's really going to be significant. I doubt it strongly. I mean, how great fleets they have in combined. I'm not sure. I don't know, by the way, this of the current state of the French fleet, but English is certainly not doing well. And maybe this is incorrect to extrapolate this logic, really. Well, I mean, to extrapolate it to other countries. But England, well, the country used to be known for ruling the seas. Nowadays, their fleet is, I don't know, it's probably weaker than the fleet of India, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I actually am almost certain Indian fleet is might be greater at this point. Anyway, so yeah, it might be incorrect, but if England is, well, the state of English fleet is that poor, well, apparently difficult to expect the German or French is going to be significantly better. After all, again, it was the American prerogative to keep the peace in the seas. Yeah, to secure those trading routes worldwide. Yeah. Oh well. I need to close the window. I just realized it's open, and it is rather cold nowadays. Well, nowadays. It's been cold for about... Let's see. Damn. Professional, professional. Nice! Alright, moving on. After all, barely read the news today. What's that? Son of Martin King Jr. Whatever, never heard of him. Access footage. Okay. Hold on, I need to close this. Well, yeah, I guess at this point I did for sleeper, right? And the guy probably left already. Damn, really, need to do something about the fucking eloquence.
Come on, you can kill him. You can kill the last one. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Damn, they were actually rather talkative. I should have... Ah, whatever. Yemen is more interesting a subject, I must say. One of my problems, I think, I gave it a thought the other day.
Maybe A? No?
Okay,
Stack
as you
A,
command.
stack.
Yes.
How long?
Guys, sorry. Guys,
Stack A.
guys.
Stack
Do you
A,
think-
orange.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy.
Ah, okay.
Fucking shitbag.
Sorry, we have
It's okay, it's okay. Shush.
How the fuck does he do that? 3 headshots the same way. By the way, I have no idea why well, they are... Judging by their voices,
Can someone drop me
Someone
AK?
give AK. Please give it.
very strong.
I better. Give
Thank
AK.
you, thank you.
I'm not gonna have anything.
Defense.
I'm a Samaritan.
Very strong. Yes, quick.
What the fuck is he saying? My throat cunt.
Go back, you.
Both of them low. I headshot them both with a pistol. 2 of them very low.
Be careful.
Go, finger blast yourself.
Good job.
They probably chug by now.
From
There's
where?
one more there.
The second one was there. The same.
Can they shut up?
You just
Yeah, they
blind as fuck.
chug. And heal it.
Yeah,
Time to win this, man.
they are pretty young, so that's why well, at least 2 of those
Come back, you know?
fellas were try-harding too much. But it's pointless, really. It's quite obvious we're gonna lose this.
Full stack A, full stack A.
I fucking hate this game. Why do they run about and shot me twice? Twice headshotted me. Damn. Alright. Was that right? Isn't in leaving you? Ah, well, I read that. Well, actually, it's very questionable whether UK was dead right about winning. Besides, even rhetorically, whether it's a good kind of comparison, because the UK situation economically, especially after the Russian-Ukrainian war began, their economy was performing as one of the worst. Yeah, showing one of the worst performances. I guess that would be correct to say amongst all European countries, so to speak. Yeah, I think in some periods of time they were worse than Germany, by the way. So yes, even rhetorically, if you seek to ensure people that leaving EU is a good idea, I don't think appealing to the UK is actually a great option. But well, in spite of my contempt towards modern state of European Union, I still believe that it was likely a mistake for UK to leave. I think... Well, I think David Cameron was pretty much right, to be honest. Yeah, and his position was that... Well, leaving EU is an option, yeah, and it's better than staying. But what is better than leaving the European Union is... I fucking hate flashbangs. I fucking hate cunts who use grenades in this game. Why the fuck do they bother? Yeah, far better to get better terms with European Union, and that he did. However, well, he was persuaded by...
Orange, where are you traveling to? You moron.
Bro, orange.
Alright, I'm not
Get
playing.
brain. Okay.
I got offended.
Sure.
Fuck
Bro,
you,
start
boys.
playing. We need to win.
No, we're not gonna win now. You offended me. Say sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no.
Have fun.
No. Don't hit me.
Have fun.
No, please.
Then start playing.
Your mother dies if you press F1, guy. Don't laugh at that, it's horrible.
Please.
Death of your mother is
please
horrible,
go.
man.
Please win.
Don't you love her?
We need
I can't
to
win this. You just, mate, you insulted me. You said, what am I doing,
Yeah,
idiot?
looks like you
You
can't win because your recall
keep
control isn't
together.
good.
You need to keep together. Stop traveling. You're not a traveler.
Like,
I am.
Stop,
I'm a wanderer.
Stop just traveling around and follow. And of course you're from England, bro. I know that
I'm
you're from
not!
England, bro. Look at your
I
accent,
hate that
bro.
shitty island,
Look
dude.
At your accent. Look at your accent, bro. You're,
I hate this accent, dude.
The skill says it all.
Where are you from then? Where are you from?
Russia, I told you.
No.
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
he's from fucking Nigeria.
No, I'm not. Stop being racist, dude.
From,
Why are you so politically biased at such a young age, dude? Eh? Green?
Decent.
how is your English so good if you're from
I don't know. I think I was born with it. It's like a birthmark.
You were going in front of me while I was trying to hit them both, but still okay.
Ouch! Do it again. I dare you.
Funny.
Oh,
Maybe B. Maybe
go A, go A, A, no, A is good, A
long
is good.
time no B.
Too late.
But okay, sure. A.
I've made my mind.
One dead.
Made up, I think. He was here. Because I have shitty earphones and because of them I can't say where the fuck the enemy is.
Oh my gosh, bad back, blue back. No headphones. Orange, you can do it. I believe you. He's coming.
My ass is
GG.
scratching.
Get better aim, please.
I'm very nervous, boys. I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
Activating the bomb. We are going to win. Terrorists win.
Easy, boy. Oh, fucking hate tryharding. I really couldn't kill. I couldn't hit the bastard. How many times I did? I didn't hit him once. The story of my fucking life, right here. I can't hit them. He hit me thrice through the fucking smoke. I didn't hit him once. I hate this game. I just fucking despise it. Alright. A statement is in Iraq. Islamic resistance in Iraq announced. Another... Oh.
B, blue go B, blue go B. Okay, just go B.
Wait.
Yeah. The attack in over...
Blue, go, go, go!
He doesn't respect your authority. Looks like.
Everyone goes B.
I wanna go A.
Let's go B. Everyone B.
I must
Push
go
B
A.
point.
No. You're
I
throwing.
told you.
Okay.
No, no, I'm
Orange,
not.
where are you
I have a
going?
free will.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yes, I did. But it was intended.
Throwing fire.
You're troll. No way. That my keyboard is literally falling apart. I just touched my left alt button and it came off. Just from one touch. I mean, I tapped it. Well, wait, they were both stay.
Blue. I'm in green.
Let's go for Mussolini. Oh, fuck. Not bad. Shit. They've taken the round.
Buy me. Buy me, please, smoke flash.
Okay, they don't need any drop. I would rather give it to any one of them than running about myself and shooting. I don't want to. I'm tired. It's all up to them. In spite of my horrible shooting, I'm still in the 3rd position.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
In terms of the score, I'm performing quite alright.
Throwing a decoy.
Well, I knew he's going to be there, but I can't fucking aim! Fucking game. War with Hezbollah will be devastating for Israel. And catastrophic for Lebanon. At first I thought, wow, wait, maybe at this point officially there is not going to be. Well, I mean, it could as well be some kind of diversion, right? Well, to deceive the enemy. You say, no, it's going to be too devastating for us, we're not gonna go in. And then do go. But I don't think it would work either way. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the last part of the sentence implies that it's going to be worse for Lebanon. But truly, at this point, if previously I was believing it is more unlikely. It is rather unlikely that they're gonna go to the south of Lebanon. Now it looks a little more likely. Yeah, the chances have increased, I would say. Again, the decision might as well be almost entirely political. Wait, what? Boy. Yeah, apparently. Fuck, another friend invitation by somebody in Discord. A friend invitation from somebody with a female nickname, Lily. Damn, I'm pretty sure there are people for whom it works. There was a viewer with a female name, and he was ensuring me that he is a female and all, a big fan of math. You know, I started actually believing that it might be a woman. Just because, I streamed in the political segment. Previously, such retards who try to sell me some of their useless shit this way have been finding me when I streamed in CS:GO segment. Well, category, I mean. So I thought maybe they're not really searching for their victims in the political category, but apparently they do. Yeah. So apparently someone just opened my channel and saw the Discord, decided to invite me. Well, they can fuck off. I am not buying. I don't believe there are.
Hello guys, let's take B bomb right.
No, B.
Shalom, Goy. How do you do,
Shalom,
gentlemen?
go B.
No, B.
I go behind.
Throwing flashbang.
Fuck me. Can he just... Oh! Why there are 3 of these schmucks? Oh boy. Okay, amazing. Not looking good, boys.
Yeah,
Okay,
shit.
eco.
Okay, as you say.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
So, how was your day, gentlemen?
Pink. My pink. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
My pink.
Nah, fuck you.
Fuck you. The fuck was that?
Let's peek. 3, 2.
Shot. Shot.
Damn, 2 connect. Is it possible? I'm not surrounded with fucking enemies. What are my teammates? What are they doing? Why the enemies are always...
3A.
Yeah, there were almost 4 actually. The first round when we went B, there were 3 on B from the start. I was shot from literally 3 directions. Was shot at. Anyway, Iran is directly involved in Yemen. Damn, it would be lovely if I could have their voices still playing when I'm alt-tabbing, even though the game goes silent, but unfortunately there is no such option. They might say something interesting after all. Iran is directly involved in Yemen Houthis rebel ship attack. Okay. Flash news. Who could have thought?
Okay, should we go A? A split.
Wherever you go. We'll go after you. Damn, I'm really, really bad today. Really uneloquent. Like, where is the way out? Would be fucking lovely if they stopped doing that. I accidentally dropped down. Fuck. It was a friendly flashbang, wasn't it? It was. Great. Portland, California's only in and out. What is it? Ah, in and out. Jesus, restaurant closing due to crime. Well, apparently soon enough, all the beauties of of our civilization will not be accessible to the Californians. In some parts of California.
Okay, maybe we need to split up, so some go A, some go B.
Yeah.
I think it's best to substitute us with somebody else, to be honest. I don't think any kind of tactical change is going to help us to do anything to win eventually, especially win. Especially that. Great. Such tryharding scumbags over and over. And it's normal matches. We targeted the American military cargo vessel. Yet another one. Iran's space program. Lol. Now, by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of days we hear about the the space program of North Korea. I actually think it's very likely. I think that possibly, well, we lots of reports are coming from the Western news, especially about the transmissions of North Korean shells, well, ammunition of different kinds, to the Russian army. A lot of it. Well, they report of really just hell of an amount. And, well, obviously there is going to be some kind of...
Come on, come on.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best.
Nice pink, you. Jungle, a bit.
Got him, boy! One stairs. Connect, connector.
Come.
This fella! Who was that? Rick from Rick and Morty. Amazing. This chap. He just can't fucking play. Oh, Polydactyl. Hello, man. This is just unfair kind of matchmaking. I constantly have to play against tryhards. This guy doesn't even know that you need to control fucking spray. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm assuming there is going to be the North Korean space program. We will hear about this soon enough, possibly. Yeah, I think I read somewhere. It's all a speculation, but this kind of a theory does make sense. That there was a trade between the Russian administration and the North Korean, that North Korea gives ammunition, again of all kinds, especially for artillery, and the Russians probably will help with this space system, possibly. Short controlled bursts. Yeah. Don't spray and pray. This is what I have been doing all this time, to be honest. Because, well, I never will bother myself with, you know, learning, practicing to improve my recoil. Oh.
Okay, let's go A. A.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I will never even spend a single minute of on tryharding, learning, you know. Lovely. Fuck! Moving on. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Germany earlier. In English? As you were determined to make a joint contribution, secure Red Sea. Yes, I read about this, but I don't think what kind of contribution Germany can do, really. Well, perhaps I'm unaware of the mighty German fleet. But again, extrapolating...
Jungle, shot.
Extrapolating the situation with, well, with the English Navy nowadays, I dare to... It's incorrect, of course, but England used to rule the seas and all, nowadays having a very poor state of their navy, of their fleet. I dare to assume that France and especially Germany probably do even worse. Therefore, so again, it's always been a prerogative of the USA to secure the trading lines, trading routes. Germany is relegated to a vassal state. Germany's, yeah, the most vassal state you can find around, I guess. The situation, the case of Nord Streams, is simple. What the fuck is it? Three cunts! Wherever you go! We haven't been going to be for a long time. Nevertheless, 3 cunts staying here. Amazing. Yeah. This is the case of Nord Stream simply showed that the current situation of Germany has been a shoe rag for everyone. You can just wipe your shoes off their faces. They'll just say sorry and move forward. It's a pretty poor kind of image. Very poor kind of an image, but, well, what can I say? You shouldn't lose 2 wars in a row, I suppose. No details. Ah, wait. We have agreed in principles to start the EU mission in the Red Sea. No specifications. What kind of mission is it going to be? How will it look?
Rush B,
What will
everyone.
they invest into it?
I flash.
Go, rush.
Go, 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 go.
Lol. Can they stop blinding me? Shit, why did I jump?
Kitchen, 1.
They haven't planted, lol. Now we have to work No specific details. No. Well, Elon Musk visits Auschwitz in Poland, says he was naive about anti-Semitism. By the way, I gave it a thought the other day. Elon Musk says, 2/3 of my friends are Jewish. And the thing is, truly, if you... Well, not only Jews have a high level of tribalism, really. Which is, well, really often spoke by people who are accused of anti-Semitism. And it's difficult to disagree with. The level of, well, the kind of tribalism they have is certainly a lot higher than European nations have. However, there is another thing about it. If somebody is considered 1/4 a Jew, yeah, and the rest of his gene pool is different kinds of Europeans, the Jews call him a Jew, right? You are, well, it's very easy to become a Jew this way. However, very often, if somebody is like the same 1/5 Jewish, he's not considered to be European, right? Which is, well, I mean, in other words, Europeans are just not trying to drag people into their... it's more of a national kind of a project, after all, that is nevertheless appealing to ethnicity, one way or another. Well, because it's really difficult to become a Jew if you are not... if you don't have any Jewish ancestors, right? There is a way, and there are... As I understand, there is such experience, such practice. There is such practice. But nevertheless... it's just rather weird. Especially if you see a great deal of nationalists. If they see somebody like quarter Jewish, they say, "Wow, you're a Jew." But, well, excuse me, the rest of his gene pool is European, so maybe he is European. Maybe there is no need pushing him off. And the Jews do a smart move, in other words, in their turn. If you are just a little Jewish, well, they'll accept you, so to speak. Yeah. I thought Jews only counted as come through the mother side. This is called Galahic Jew, right? It used to be a thing, but, well, with time they have changed the... how do you call that? It's like legislation, but only with in religious sphere, like religious whatever. Yeah, no. It's been a pretty long time. You could, well, for decades now, like 5, maybe 3, 4. 5 likely, 6. Even if, like, only your grandfather was Jewish, you could... Fuck, what did I do? You can become a Jew. Well, I mean, you can get a Jewish citizenship, yeah. You can... You have a right for repatriation. Ah, amazing. How is it possible I didn't hit him once? What the fuck is that? This is nonsense! Yeah, the thing is, nowadays, the situation is a bit more liberalized. How is it called? There is a procedure to become a Jew without being a Jew, yeah. Without having an ounce of Jewish blood. It's a lot more difficult, but even that is possible nowadays. So surely if you have just a little bit of Jew... So yeah, my point is that it's strategically a right approach. Especially if some European nationalists are seeking to establish some kind of an ethnic state, yeah. And the thing is, they often... In reality, all of the nationalists, they do envy the Jewish state, because they want the same. They want to have a similar kind of a government, a similar kind of country, only for Europeans. Well, like Germany or France or anything else to be the same way. America. What the fuck? Yes.
1B.
Okay. I have to get motivated to work on my next video. Same, yeah, it's sometimes, well, I also find it quite difficult to get a motivation to get to the next video, truly. Making a video on Tritium Night. Ah. Was it Hadrian who destroyed Judea? I'm not sure whether he destroyed it, but he's... they dislike Hadrian a lot because there was a lot of plundering, I guess, yeah. A lot of destruction he has brought to Judea, that's for sure. But the thing is, I guess it would be worth to ask a question, why did it happen to Judea and not other province of Roman Empire? Yes. Maybe they were acting up a little. Maybe. Of course, these... often enough, this logic doesn't really work, but yeah. Yeah, Hadrian...
Kick me.
Ah, sorry, man. You'll have to
kick
suffer with
yourself.
us.
Yeah.
Bar Kochba Revolt. Well, I'm not... I didn't know the name, really, but... Yeah, to see... They watch him been out quite a lot.
Remove any doubts in your head. It's us or them. Throwing smoke.
Me? B, apparently. Right.
Top mid, 1.
I hate this game. Yeah, it's actually very characteristic that Elon Musk... Also, by the way, speaking about this, I was naive about about anti-Semitism. But what the fuck could they show him there? Exactly. What could they show in Auschwitz? So, well, I guess, yeah, there's some horrible sights. Like videos of decapitated people, I guess. But the thing is, the question is, hasn't he ever seen those? I mean, at this point, what really principally new they can show to change your mind? Because everyone knows, everyone has heard at least once in his life how horrible was Holocaust and all that. I'm not denying that it was horrible, I'm just saying that, well, okay. I got it, I got you. well, in the end of the day, this is truly just a good tool used by the state of Israel, right? Yeah, a very good tool in political technology that Israel uses very often. Holocaust, I mean, very important part of the myth. They always complain that everyone tries to kill them, but they never say why. Well, of course, nobody ever will. Because everyone usually sees their side as a right one. Yeah.
Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang.
Again, I don't have much sympathy to... I don't really have much sympathy to the Nazis of any kind. But... seriously, if such events are occurring so often throughout history with you... well, especially... Why did all European nations dislike Jews so much? Maybe there were objective reasons. And the thing is, my theory is that Jews really do have a very weird kind of behavior. So the thing is, I disagree with the majority of...
City, hey, Africa. Let's go.
Amazing. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I just think they have a very weird kind of modus of behavior very often. It's like that cultural code of a kind.
Alright, gentlemen, this is it.
You know, to use an absurd example, for a better understanding what I'm trying to say, what do I mean by weird behavior? Let's say a group of immigrants from Judea arrives to European continent. Middle Ages, yeah. Like 11th century, or 12th. They settle, and because they do belong to a different religion, well, there were also Arabic. For instance, in Venice, there was a pretty big Arabic diaspora as well. I think also pretty significant Turkish, especially after they seized Constantinople. But after that, of course, Venice was not as important. Anyway, so a group of Jewish immigrants, settle down, and because they do belong to a different religion, and in the Christian religion also. Well, I also don't have much sympathy to Christianity, I must say. Finally, it's over. Nevertheless, in Bible, the Pharisees do not have a good image, right? Especially for the Christians. Bad associations come about. They killed Christ and all that. They belong to a different religion, and the rumors emerge amongst common people that the Jews, because you know, they always, well, especially back then, had they were very closed kind of society. You couldn't come, not being a Jewish, you couldn't come and see what do they do, what kind of rituals they perform, and they regularly gather and behind closed doors do something. Of course, common people will start spreading rumors. Maybe they are doing something horrible there, right? Drinking blood of virgin women or eating Christian children, something of that sort. And then, when the time comes to bust this myth, yeah, what Jews do is you know, with very cunning face, start saying, "Oh no, you Christian fool! We are not doing any. We are not eating Christian children." And they're not eating Christian children, right? But their modus of defense, the way how they defend themselves. For example, again, it was like an absurd instance to deliver, more or less, deliver what kind of understanding and view I have on that. Not long ago, after the 7th of October, the attack of Hamas has occurred. You probably saw what Ben Shapiro was saying, for example, how hysterically they were claiming everyone anti-Semitic and all. It was really just looking weird. Very often, this is the kind of example, yes, in real life that sometimes Jewish people do have. I mean, it's just very, very weird kind of defensive model, right? And the thing is, usually when people see that kind of defense, instead of having this myth busted, more people only start believing it. People start believing it more, rather, you know. So they reach exactly the opposite. So in other words, if there was some kind of anti-Semitism, what they call, it grows only higher after they try to defend themselves, because they defend themselves in a very weird way. Yeah, for example, why do you blame everyone of anti-Semitism instantly? Just because they don't want. They say, why should we help you? Ah, anti-Semite. What? Excuse me, you could as well, I don't know, bring some arguments. But no, instead it's just hysteric yelling all the time. So yeah, I think there is something just weird about that. It's like they're ethnic specific of some kind. What? Damn, the audio is always so quiet. I think I'm gonna start another match, I guess. Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea, even though... yeah, the hour is quite early. So I'll start another one. But... damn, I'm eloquent today.
Preschool, Rachel Sparrow, and yeah, I grew up around a lot of Jewish people. I went to Hebrew preschool, Rachel Sparrow, in South Africa.
Telegram is so quiet.
My name is very Jewish.
I will tell you that for the past 10 years, people have...
Are we all Jews?
That you were Jewish until
Somewhere deep in the heart?
Yeah.
Elon is a pretty Jewish name.
He is super Jewish.
Amazing.
And then I went to Israel when I was 13. You know, visited Masada.
Well, I must say Peter is a very Jewish name, and half of Europe is naming their children this way.
I'm certainly checking the boxes on a lot of things. Like I said, most of my friends are Jewish, just worked out that way. So,
yeah, my name is Peter. But wait, how... But, yeah, I guess Peter must be Jewish also.
Sometimes I guess maybe...
I never read Bible. Is it written in the Bible? Is it Peter? Yeah, I guess so. Why the fuck wouldn't it be?
Wait, am I Jewish? I'm Jewish. Aspirationally Jewish.
We all are. We all are. And it works. It works. You see, they invited Elon Musk. They showed him some horrible images. They pressed on his emotions. Yes. And got him. From the Greek. Yes, I was thinking about that. I just, again, I never... It means rock. I know. You, Peter, are rock. Christ said, and Peter has turned into rock. I was just thinking whether it was... whether it was Greek or... coming from Hebrew. I'm still not sure, actually. What is it? Whether it isn't... I never delved too deep into this subject, so... This is one of my big mistakes, by the way. I always have some kind of a doubt. Whenever I talk about something I do not happen to be a specialist of, yes, I begin to doubt. And the thing is, I'm not a specialist at any subject, so therefore I doubt all the time whenever I say things. And this is just this is a mistake. surely it's just bad for charisma. If you take a look at many popular speakers out there, very often they speak with all the time, they speak with absolute confidence, and most of the time they don't really know what the hell they talk about. Nevertheless, they do it with such immense confidence that everyone wants to believe them. Yeah. This is the same speech he gave with Shapiro, I think. 9 went viral. Notable... This is like lives on TikTok. Yeah, this is soft power. Fucking hell. Soft power in action. Again, I am likely a pro-Israel, of pro-Israel views. I would rather... pretty much Zionist, because I don't mind to see State of Israel. I don't want, for example, to see Palestine there, because I know that if there is Palestine, if they establish an independent Palestine, they will demand more. I know that. It's quite obvious, because appetite always comes on the course of the supper. Yeah, I don't know the right idiom. Anyway, besides, there are way too many Arabic countries in the Middle East. Even more Muslim states around the world. And in Middle East, I would rather prefer to see another non-Arabic country. By the same principle, one of the same principles why I do have some sympathies to Iran, because Iran in the region opposes such states as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, as well as Israel, of course. But very often they do oppose. They're not on good terms with Sunni. Yeah, with the Sunni world. Christ never spoke Hebrew. He spoke Aramaic. I don't know what is Aramaic, but I'm pretty sure... Well, I have a strong feeling this is a Semitic language nonetheless, because, well, Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem and grew up, lived most of his life in Nazareth. look at the map, where they are located. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he spoke those languages either way. Things between Netanyahu and Pope. Netanyahu claimed he spoke Hebrew and Pope had to correct him. Yeah, but the modern Pope does know Hebrew. Really, the English are too. Saudi Arabia is the worst. Well, I wouldn't say the worst. Far from that. Yeah, I guess ISIS is far worse now. Actually, Qatar is... I would say Qatar is a little worse than Saudi Arabia for sure. I should say that House of Saudi is the worst.
We are out of here.
I would say there are definitely even worse entities than Saudis.
Привет, Коля.
Заси. Суй.
Amazing.
Бля, а де ви сидите?
В приватном канале. Попросите Моху.
Alright, I'm assuming there is not going to be a conversation, definitely. Anyway. Where was I? Where was I forgot. Record screen. Yeah, they do use it as soft power very successfully. The myth of Holocaust. Again, the term myth I do not use as it didn't exist. Amazing. Fuck! Why the hell there was not a damn headshot? Like, myth more likely, like, it's more like a tale. To tell anybody. Just so they grow sympathy to you. Or in case if it is your people, it grows patriotism. The Saudis tasted Republic offering Saudi Aramco stock a few years ago, but it was just a tease. Well, yeah, Saudi Arabia is a pretty... It's a state that you can actually classify as a... Well, in terms of the modern democratic party, for example, you can classify it as a dictatorship, really. Of course, officially it is monarchy, right? And it is monarchy, truly. Though, I guess, what is the difference between monarchy and dictatorship? Sometimes it also stays unclear, because at this point, I guess we can say that North Korea is something of a monarchic state, just simply based on the way how it operates, yes. On the practice, I guess. Yeah, but nevertheless, Saudi Arabia, because they are allies, well, had been, and I think they will be. They will continue being pretty close allies to the US. It's just they're not on good terms with Biden at the moment. Donald Trump, on the other side, when he comes to office, is going to be a better friend for the Saudis. Yeah, and I would forecast that the relationship, in case of Donald Trump doesn't get assassinated, if he does become a president again, yeah, the relationship is going to improve. My bad. Damn, those cunts are just hiding now. Yeah. The Saudis don't want Trump because Trump made the US energy independent. But you see, the US also needs to regulate the prices for oil. So it's not just about the how much energy resources do you have? Reserves, yes, energy reserves do you have? But it's also about regulating the prices, controlling the prices on the market, and Saudi Arabia is important for that. Damn, boy. Planting. CIA on Telegram. There is CIA on Telegram? Well, I don't know why am I surprised. But our global mission to demand. Understood. Understood. Poop react to the CIA post? Yeah, where is the clown? Wait a second, why there is no clown reaction though? Didn't notice it. Yeah, I truly couldn't resist. They could as well do it in Russian then. CIA Russia. I know for sure there is a category, a pretty significant chunk of people who would lovely follow that. I mean, the thing is, when you seek for some kind of objective position, well, let's say truth, yes, what do you need to read, first of all, primarily, is the intelligence, the official channel of the intelligence of the country that is in indirect confrontation with your country. Well, it's quite obvious, I guess. CIA isn't everywhere. They are probably monitoring us right now. Yeah, I know. I bet they are. Or maybe it's not CIA. It might as well be the NSA, National Security. Yeah. It might be their prerogative, perhaps. Though I don't know really how do they divide the spheres of responsibility, rather. On the government watch list. Yeah. We all are in a way. Fuck. Shit eater. Okay. Damn, it's only 4 rounds. It's been only 4 rounds. It feels like I've played it for like 40 minutes now. It was even between. Okay. According to Wikipedia, kill the boars. Well, true. You see, it's quite easy to explain this kind of logic. It's like the principle of well, the oppressor cannot be oppressed. Yes, the white people in the whole colonial narrative were the oppressors. Yeah, because they came to other people and they were like killing them, starving them to death, stealing their lands and all that. So therefore, white people were oppressors. Fighting the oppressor is good, by any means necessary, pretty much. Well, because think, for example, about the Nazis. Yes, if a Jewish person hates Nazis so much, and Germans, for example, does he have a right? Of course he does, because his people were exterminated. However, if it happens the other way around, well, it's just... It's Nazi, yes. White lives matter. So you defend the oppressor. Quite easy. Quite simple. So nothing insane about this. Elon Musk is, to be honest, Elon Musk is, I don't know, it feels like he's just delving into this world. I hadn't been listening, hadn't been contacting the left liberal, neoliberal discourse for like 3 years now. I've been completely detached from this, because at some point I simply grew tired. Opposing that, trying to find some arguments against it. Yes, I just grew bored. Simple as that. But Elon Musk is just delving into it. Wow, so insane, dude. I don't know, it's been out there for a decade now, well, almost. Since 2016, really. Very actively expanding this kind of a worldview. Political agenda. The head firearms and... Hang on. Fucking hate this game. The head firearms instructor I worked for was on the FBI list by Obama. He was in the top terrorists. Yeah. Because he teaches firearms trainings. Well, maybe not because of that, but I don't think if you teach firearms, if you do teach firearms trainings, you would be put onto this list, whatever. Likely it's because of the political views, some statements in the internet or something of this sort. Perhaps. Yeah, because, well, one way or another it's got something to do with the political views. Since I have been working for him, going through airport security, it's been interesting. Yeah. Ah, so you mean you saw the list? In other words. Yeah, well, I'm quite aware how does it function in the West. It's actually very similar to what we have in Russia, for example. So, the thing... I'm talking about the system. How can you, how can you... Fucking hell. Cast... Amazing. Cast a severe... Why the fuck did he continue watching it? How can you cast severe pressure on somebody, Look, you can't always just... If there are people, the government, the state, the system doesn't like, they can't just always put them behind bars, right? Just for the words they say, even if it is Europe or Russia. So what they usually do... Well, in Russia it's actually pretty similar. If there is somebody... one of the problems of Russian state at this point is that it's very often just, in some areas, pretty dysfunctional. The court system, for example. It works randomly, chaotically. Sometimes people can be... It's not an... You know, a kind of a prison. How do you call it? A kind of a prison where people go. Well, being sent before the court made a decision. So this is the Russian-specific case. Amazing. That's where you go, sometimes, if the state finds you absolutely randomly. Some people who did not deserve that whatsoever, I mean even in the logic of the state, they're not dangerous, but somebody who's some retard. Anyway, I'm just lazy talking, to be honest. It's a big subject, I don't know whether it's really that interesting. In the US, we have been keeping prisoners in local country jail. Yeah, jail, yeah. There is a difference, yeah. I guess you call it jail. Yeah, so in Russia, for example, they jail people. In the West, very often, what is done to you, they just don't they don't let you live properly, right? They may suspend your bank accounts. They add you to the list of terrorists, for example, and you can't buy a flight. You can't get on a flight. You always have to come through a certain procedure. Yeah, you are like a domestic terrorist, even though what you have done was that you were stating your maybe a little radical kind of position, but you were just merely stating it in the internet. Yes. Maybe some people literally... There was a guy from the UK, for example. He was quite clearly trolling people in Omegle. He was just an Omegle troll, you know. Saying the N-word, doing all that stuff. Just being really edgy. And for like 3 years he's been struggling with, well, what I just described. He also has been put to the list of domestic terrorists. Every time he goes to the... he buys well, he needs to fly somewhere. In the airport, he has to pass through a certain pretty long procedure. Plus, another thing, it's like a psychological pressure, really. What they do, they don't let you leave properly, as I said. They can raid your house often enough, yes. Without a need, right? Just once a year, come into your house, and they break things, you know. Well, I mean, it is in their protocol, right? They need to search for the stuff. For some maybe bombs. Perhaps you are in the list of terrorists, right? You are a potential terrorist, according to the paper. So perhaps you are preparing some kind of a bomb somewhere. So perhaps you might as well be hiding it underneath your floor, right? So what they do is they just crack it open. Yeah, they break your bloody floor. They can break your, I don't know, like microwave cooker. Why do they do that? And often, It's psychological pressure. There is no need. You can just fucking open a bloody door. I mean, the microwave door. You can open it casually, but they break it instead. A psychological pressure. Again, something pretty similar sometimes happens in Russia, even though they don't really break things. They just make a mess of the apartment. Yeah, if you have trash somewhere, they just get it out on the floor, all of it. Yeah, so in other words, I'm pretty familiar with all these mechanisms. And once again, just the conclusion that I wanted to say to begin with is that pretty much the only difference between Russia and the West, especially Europe, is that in Russia they'll jail, oh, for fuck's sake, they jail you for like a year, right? You will not be found guilty, but for a year or like 6 months, 7, you will be jailed. It's very unpleasant. There is not going to be anything horrible happening to you, but well, I mean, it's just very unpleasant, right? And after that, you simply become more compliant. Yes, and in the West, they add you to the terrorist list, as I just described. After sentencing you to prison, which is usually in the middle of nowhere. Well, yeah. Fuck's sake. Damn, I thought it was a corpse. He was so fucking little. Goddamn midget. Alright. In the US, we keep prisoners in a local country jail before trial. We do the same. We do the same. Exactly the same system. It's just... it is a regular practice in Russia. Especially if there is some kind of a dissident. Which is... Again, usually it works for... Even for dissidents, it's incorrect to say. It's very difficult to find logic sometimes. How does it work? Because there was cases of people who, like media personalities, who have been pretty illegal. Well, there was one case of a blogger who was jailed. And he definitely... It was against the law, pretty much. So he was accused of... and the thing is, his accusation was fair enough. It was in all accordance with the law. The only difference is that... The only problem, I mean, was that... It was a really... So he sang a song, yes, glorifying terrorists. Straight up terrorists. Real terrorists. It was a joke. However, it has happened long ago, in 2012, in his case. And the law... in that connotation that it exists nowadays, has been accepted only in like 2016. So it wasn't invalid. But for some reason he was held in the jail for like 7 months or so. Putin has no sense of humor. The thing is, as I said, there is just no logic sometimes in the functioning of law. It's not that... It doesn't work how many people imagine it, really. There is Putin, he saw something, yes, and ordered to set this... He doesn't know who the hell that fella was. Because it's quite clear Putin doesn't... He doesn't have internet. He doesn't read Twitter, he doesn't use internet, basically. He clearly doesn't watch YouTube. It became obvious many times, really. There are still lots of theories why that blogger really was, and we only can theorize why exactly did it happen. Apparently, maybe somebody just wanted to, you know, a promotion. He thought he found a glorifier of terrorists, a horrible fellow, but then it turned out that it's not gonna work. Nevertheless, they kept him in jail. It's, again, difficult to find the logic sometimes. So therefore, very difficult to speak about this as well. On the contrary, there are people who, in the state of war, right? We don't have a total war. But nevertheless, there is a state of war. Some people, for some reason, are still allowed to produce pretty pro-Ukrainian videos, you know. Even though we have a legal article for, fuck's sake, for slandering the army or something of that sort, and he did. Nevertheless, he's not behind bars. People, well, a lot of ultra-patriots want him to be arrested, but he isn't, so it makes them to come with some theories, conspiracy theories, that perhaps he's an agent of FBI or something of that sort, or of FSB, FBI, local FBI. Yeah, so that's pretty much the drill. The drill? Oh, whatever. I'm so fucking tongue-tied today. Moving on. What? The Dutch are taking note of Cape Independence. They have some colonies. Damn, it's only 4-9. This match is feeling so long. Oh. Ben Shapiro, Musk nods along well, I think it's the same video, probably, yeah. Community wielding power is a Nazi conspiracy theory. I agree that this is a conspiracy theory of a kind. Well, the position that Israel, you know, this Zog theory, I don't think it's actual myself. I mean, it's just sometimes the US doesn't really act in the interests of Israel. Not entirely, anyhow. I don't think it is controlled. I think in the end, well, of course, the Jewish community in the West, they do have a lot of influence. And the position of Israel is, well, highly advocated to the White House, certainly. But the theory that they are controlled, in the end, it affects on the way how the US perceives, well, sees their, where they see their national interests. Yes, and a lot of people are just, well, truly do believe that it is interlaced with the Israeli interests. Nevertheless, often enough the US, of course, does act independently, and it does. Often enough it may go against the interests of Israel. One of my favorite novels is Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. Never heard of that. Also a great film. It really displays absurdity of war. Well, I do have my view, my like philosophic understanding of such thing as war, but I don't think the modern man, the modern people are ready for this conception, to be honest. Not that it's too radical. It's just modern European people are still really, really badly traumatized by the Great War. Not bad. Suck. Ass boy. Amazing. Ooh. Okay. Conquered. Yeah. Most of these videos are so bloody quiet. 2/3 of my family are ah, well. I don't know whether he truly is 2/3 Jewish. He doesn't look like that, I would say. But, well, I spoke about this, yes. It's just a good... It is strategically, in terms of national building, I guess, it's just a very, very good decision to have your doors opened to pretty much... Fuck! They consider you to be an ethnic Jew even if you are only a quarter Jewish, yeah. Whereas if you are 3/4 European and a quarter Jewish, for some reason a lot of nationalists call you a Jew nonetheless. This is simply a mistake because the majority, his major component, ethnic component of such a hypothetical person is European. So instead of pushing people away, you need to fight for people who are genetically European. And this whole struggle, well, verbal fight, who, you know, that people usually have, like how Aryan you are, and all that. Whoops, I dropped. I didn't want to drop. Yeah, it's just a fruitless kind of a thing. Oh well. In the US, we consider him an... Ah! Well, no, well, he's not an African in that sense that is usually meant by African, right? Usually when people say African, they mean Sub-Saharan African. So he's from South Africa, but, well, surely he's a white man. Yeah, he's not at all a Sub-Saharan African, as well as Egyptians, for instance, are not Africans either, even though they do live on the African continent. But it is North Africa, yeah. Those people are, well, they are Arabs. Fucking hell, where the heck? Okay, nice. Ooh. Yeah, I guess that it definitely was the last match. Let's read a little more. I think I can close this shit. Maybe increase this one. But now we'll read a little more, and then we'll be heading out. I have been to the Maghreb, North African only. Morocco. Yeah, Morocco is the same thing, actually. As well as Tanzania, or whatever. Surely those, well... Again, usually what people mean by Africans is Sub-Saharan Africans, which is black. There is such term, Negroid race, but I'm afraid this is not really acceptable on Twitch, is it? So I think I'm not gonna say it. The US military campaign against Ansar Allah Houthis in Yemen will continue long term. The US has officially named it Operation Poseidon Archer. Poseidon Archer. Okay, but we'll see what is gonna... Well, again, the USA doesn't really have any other choice at this point. I was asked today a question. What are the consequences? Yes, how this whole operation is going to end up, in my opinion. Impossible to predict such things. One thing can be said for sure: without a ground operation, Houthis are not gonna go anywhere. The ground operation is very unlikely. Chances are reaching zero, I would say. The US is running out of good names for operations. No, I mean, it's alright, actually. Poseidon Archer. I do like it, actually. It's just a little too much pathos, I would say. A little too much pathos. And especially for... It's not going to differ from what the Arabic coalition had done in a pretty near past. US names campaign to target Houthis in Yemen. Okay. What is going to be the role of the Europeans in this whole operation, I wonder? Hitting Houthis infrastructure, Iranian-backed rebel groups. Well, it's clear. Yeah, as I said, it's not that there are other choices, but it's going to be fruitless in the end. Though, who the hell knows? Maybe they really will succeed to take down the... deliver significant damage to the infrastructure. I just wonder how difficult would it be for, in case if it is getting surrounded, yeah, and there is no access by the sea to Yemen from Iran, without supply, without much supplies from Iran, they'll be pretty much isolated. However, how do you undertake this, especially if it will require? Yeah, I just don't know how technically the control over this area is arranged, is done. Yeah. US Supreme Court on 5 to 4 votes allows federal agents to cut razor wire. Okay. Damn. I'm surprised, actually. Supreme Court is red. There they are. Traitors have been found. Civil war is coming. Again, I'm pretty doubtful that it's going to happen in the near future, but again, such things are just difficult to predict. It might as well just break out of nowhere, right? I just do believe even if it does occur, it's probably going to be like in matters of decades. I just do not see how... it can be some kind of revolts, right? It can be some protests, pretty violent protests, yeah. But I don't see the scenario for the actual civil war. I mean, for civil war, you need a two centralized sides of the conflict. I don't see how the USA could be... How those people... Well, even in case of Donald Trump's assassination, yes, before he gets elected, during the election, Donald Trump gets assassinated. For everyone, it becomes well, they find some transgender terrorist who has done it by himself. But we do understand that, well, he was backed by the feds, and likely it was just an operation that could be planned by them, really. Even if it wasn't. Even if they probably at the very least just turned a blind eye. Yeah, considering how much control they have over the population. It's just a different kind of population. Yes, people who are called domestic terrorists, they never happen to be of left views, are they? Yeah, so either way, it's going to be a big failure of the federal system in general. A lot of people will be angry, resentful. But how do they... How exactly this revolt in breakaway state is going to look like, considering that the modern American population is divided, the territorial division is happening not between the south and north, but rather between big cities and small cities, right? Well, like hinterland, so to speak, countryside, small towns, counties, all that. Throughout the entire USA, really. You can say like Texas and Florida, well, I doubt it, really, I doubt it. Even though, well, of course, there is a high level of polarization that we haven't seen since the war, since the Civil War. But nevertheless, there is a significant difference. Back then, the system of a state was different. Back then, there was, well... yeah, as I said, the line of division of two sides of the population was looking very obvious, yeah, and was laying right between the south of the US at the time and the north, pretty much. Anyway. So in other words, I just don't know, I don't see it happen. But again, I might as well be mistaken. I'm not playing a role of a prophet at this, especially in this matter. It's impossible, it's just principally impossible to predict such thing, I would say. Okay, the Supreme Court. Ah, what was that? American opioid deaths have now surpassed post-Soviet Russian vodka deaths. Well, vodka and opioids are... damn, it was 30%. But I must say, they call it vodka. But as I understand, there was, well, drugs was taking a significant part in this as well. So it wasn't really just vodka. It was also opioids, really. Heroin, there was a lot of that. I doubt it was mostly vodka that killed people, but yeah, it was really just a poor sight. The whole fucking thing. Ah, what is here? Well, I read that. It was reposted. I don't know who's this man, but it looks... yeah. Anti-Semitic. This is a... I do not love vodka. Ah, I do love vodka. I'm not a big fan of... I never tried vodka myself, I must say. I barely drink. Very rarely, truly. And just not a big fan of... Well, firstly, I have some kind of a philosophic approach to this as well, because I never drank before, at all. Until I read Nietzsche, right? His passages on the dichotomy in terms of art. The dichotomy of Apollonian and Dionysian. And after that I I acquired this kind of a view as well. That alcohol, especially from... Yes, in terms of art, it helps you to reach different kind of model of a, so to speak, modus of art creation. Let's call it this way. Anyway, Zelensky issued... Ah, yes, and I don't like, you know, high volume alcohol really much. I tried several whiskeys. I mean, I didn't see the point of that. I didn't like the flavor at all. I really was just hurrying to drink something after that. Well, if I don't like the flavor of that, well, what's the point of... Maybe in this case I should drink vodka. It's simpler and cheaper. What's the point of wasting so much money on whiskey? There is one high-volume alcohol that I did like. But it is partly self-made, I must say. So I saw this recipe in the internet. Very simple. You buy gin. Yes, you get like half a liter of gin, mix it with half a kilo of raspberry in a jar. Yeah, you place it for 10 days with a bit of sugar, like 3 spoons of sugar. You place it in a dark place for like 10 days. After 10 days, you take it out. You, what's the word? Sift, is it? You separate the raspberry from gin. It's becoming red. Quite pleasant color. Like pink, rather. Red, pink, whatever. And then you add some mint into this for like 6 hours. Yeah. Also may place it in a dark place. Remove mint. And here you go. Like raspberry kind of gin. That is not a bad kind of a flavor. But usually I prefer wine or a few sorts of beer. Belgian beer in particular, I like. Yeah. I was told it's a female type. But, fuck it. Yeah, also I do like Guinness, yes. I do not like gin myself. I really never tried neat gin. I never tried it without this kind of a mixture. I must say rum is not too bad. Some rum is alright. Yeah, it's also pretty heavy. Yeah, so stouts, and there was one... I'm not a big fan of lager, or... how do you call it? I'm not a big fan of lager, basically. But there is one kind that I really did like. It's not lager, though, it's Huff... how do they call it in German? Like Hufweisen or whatever? I don't recall. You know, the one that is not transparent. Like yellow beer, but not transparent. Schoffenhofer, the brand. It's like Munich, I believe. That one is quite tasty. Hefeweizen. Hefeweizen. Yeah, that type. I like vodka and rum most. Rice lager. I'm not sure if I ever tried that. Rice lager particularly. Though maybe I did, I'm not a big specialist, to be honest. Perhaps I did. I tried a number of some popular lagers. I tried American, by the way, not too bad. Blue Ribbon, right? Not bad. Well, again, for lager. Budweiser. Not Bud, but Budweiser. Also not too bad. That one is Czech, from Czech Republic. Anyway, returning to the news for a moment, Zelensky issued a decree claiming that the Russian regions of Rostov, Bryansk, Krasnodar, and Belgrade, all of them. Yeah, I think all of them. It's all bordering. Yeah, all of the bordering with Ukraine. A historically Ukrainian land. Yeah, I suppose there is not going to be a ceasefire anytime soon. It's marvelous, truly. Well done, well done. It's a very weird decision. I think they are fucking suicidal at this point. It does look like the USA really wouldn't mind to put an end to this conflict, at least for now. difficult to say what is the real Russian position at this point, because officially the Putin says, well, the officials of Russia say that they do not mind. They're opened for peace proposals, with only one condition, that there will be no conditions. Yes, because, well, Ukraine does have a condition. That condition is that we are ready for peace only, well, firstly, I think they legislatively prohibited to the president, literally prohibited to the president to deal, to make any peace talks. But also, yeah, they always have had, well, especially after the Russian army withdrew from the north, most part of the north of Ukraine, like Kiev and 2 other regions. Yeah, after that they had a condition. We are ready for peace talks only if the Russian soldiers, Russia removes all their soldiers from all the territory that Ukraine deems to be theirs, including Crimea. This is madness. It means only if you capitulate, and then we will think whether we want to. It's like I have watched plenty of arguments regarding the matter. Yes, between well, some well, people with patriotic Russian position against people who are not really patriotic. Yeah, even though they often do call themselves to be patriots. It's the matter of definition. Everyone deems himself patriotic. How do you perceive patriotism? Yeah, and it was one of the arguments of the pro-Russian side. If we do withdraw our troops from Ukraine, and just start deal. If we go to the compromises with them, just like it was with Hamas, they say, after the unilateral disengagement, yes, in 2005, when Sharon decided to simply withdraw, when he withdrew all the troops, along with the civilians who lived in the Gaza Strip, forcefully, by the way, Hamas didn't see it as a gesture of goodwill. Hamas saw weakness, and Hamas started as well, Hamas was not at power at the time, yes. It was the Fatah party that was ruling Gaza Strip includingly at the time. But later, a lot of people, including Hamas, which was a marginal group, well, I mean, it wasn't really marginal. It was like a fighting, yeah, a militarized wing of Fatah, as I understand, or alternative to them. I'm not really sure of that. But anyway, they were working together. However, rather shortly after that, Hamas won the election. Hamas dealt with all, well, because they were pretty cruel, right? And they were ready to just seize power with force. Anyway, a lot of people in Gaza saw it as a weakness, and now they can take more territories. See, they run away from us. We can have more. And here is one of the, even though the Ukrainians right now do not have, they're not staying on the upper ground, not holding upper ground. Nevertheless, a decree claiming that four Russian regions are historically theirs. I mean, okay, fine. The war continues then. Imagine if the Russian military command did decide, or political elites decided to withdraw their troops from some regions of, well, from the DPR, for example. Yeah, the Donetsk republics. It would be simply seen by Ukrainians as weakness, and they would be demanding more. Even if the Russians did withdraw from Crimea, includingly, this thing would have happened. Only it wouldn't be just common barking, right? Which can only be... you can only look at this with laughter at this point, such decisions and statements. Nevertheless, in the situation when Ukraine is well, retrieving their territories, they only would desire for more. Yeah, anyway. I think so as well. Yeah, it's just a kind of common sense, I guess. Nevertheless, nowadays it is a rare enough occasion. Announces that ethnic Chinese militias allies several keys. China. Oh, fuck! I need to buy a new mouse. My middle button is well, the ring, motherfucker, is lagging. Should I barely touch it, it goes either down or up. Even though I'm not intending to do that. Offers provide military support to Somalia. It's interesting to whom exactly Egypt is intending to provide military support. Oh, for fuck's sake, military support in Somalia, considering that Somalia barely has. Well, again, maybe you need to be a specialist in the region. I'm pretty sure there are some big clans, as it usually happens, who, well, who are ready to fight Somaliland and Ethiopia. They have an alliance of a kind at this point. That sucks. Maybe it needs cleaning. The cleaning. I do cleanings rather often. No, I guess it's just very old, to be honest. I think I bought it like 5 years ago. Yeah, like 5. Damn, it's already 11:30. I think I will be heading out now. I would gladly stream more, but I really need to have a snack right now before it's too late. Otherwise, well, don't want to be starving all night. Yeah, so I will be finishing like in 5 minutes, I guess. Doomsday Clock will be updated tomorrow. Guess what? My prediction, going to be moved rightwards. Always good talking to you. Yeah, I'm gonna read just the last more news and we'll finish, I guess. Sadly, the performance on the stream today, I didn't quite like it, to be honest. I need to have more practice of actually talking. Here is the thing. This is the only practice I have ever had, to be honest. There were some exceptions when I could have actual conversations with somebody, yes, having interlocutors, but it really was. It happened very rarely. Overall, yeah. So my only practice of English that I've ever had was streaming and mostly talking to myself. Yeah, and right now I think I just need to have I need to find some proper conversation. It really helps. It feels differently. After having a conversation, it's like more tense, requires more attempt. More effort, rather. And therefore, just, I don't know, stimulating better. Stimulating. Maybe not the right word. I think anybody would have an association with prostate. Anyway, the clock is currently the closest it has ever been. Ever been? How long does it exist? I don't believe that. I don't believe that nowadays the clock is really close. Besides, it's really just a clown fiesta, to be honest. But during the Caribbean crisis, perhaps it really was a bit closer. I mean, nowadays, even though there are lots of talks of possible nuclear war and all, but I believe you might have seen that. You might have been a witnesser of the times when both in Soviet Union and USA, as I understand it, was the same in both countries. Children in school had to, well, in terms of preparation for a possible nuclear war, had to like hide, you know, under the desks. In the USSR, well, during the Caribbean Missile Crisis, it was 2 minutes, and now it's 90 seconds. That is bullshit. I don't know how do they calculate it, really, by what principles, but... Again, I didn't leave during the Caribbean crisis, but I would say it was closer then. Unless, of course, they include such thing as such attribute as stupidity of modern politicians. And truly, the school of political thought nowadays, as well as just general capability in this sphere, is a lot lower than it was back then. Especially in the West. Well, because back then I would say that Soviet Union had a really bad standards for that, whereas the West had the higher. Today, the Russian is a little higher, I would say. Well, a little higher than it was in Soviet Union, definitely. But maybe not as high. Maybe not as high as it was in the West of the best days. However, in the West, the modern political thought is really just maybe somewhere on the level of, and perhaps even below, maybe even below the level of the Soviet period of like 60s, 70s. And so therefore, yeah, maybe that is the factor that may make it more dangerous. Yeah. Nevertheless, it's really weird. Again, as I said, I bet it's going to move rightwards. Because when did they do it last? Last time I heard about them changing it was like 3-4 months ago. Maybe they do it monthly, I just didn't hear about it. But clearly right now the situation is a lot tenser, isn't it? Well, at least it may seem like this. More talks about possible war with Iran. Well, the topic of the war for Taiwan is a lot less popular. And I would say that, well, it is highly likely, more likely to bring to the nuclear disaster, the confrontation with China rather than with Iran and even Russia, because as I spoke previously, well, some few days ago, after all, in the USA, when people spoke from any positions, pro-Ukrainian, pro-Russian, well, not pro-Russian, but likely like neutral, for anybody was nobody spoke nobody wanted a direct confrontation. Nobody mentioned a direct confrontation between Russia and well, everybody rather perceived it as a terrible kind of scenario. Whereas with when it comes to China, very often they say of a possible direct confrontation, and that is really sometimes making me feel a little scared. But fuck it! I guess the nuclear war at least happens only once. This is a positive side of it. It may only occur once. I really hope that sooner before the nuclear war we just run out of the energy resources and become unable to sustain the nuclear arsenals. I think this is, frankly speaking, if given you know the long-term predictions, I think yeah, I would say this is a very likely, the word likely is, it's a very possible future that before, like, they theorize about flying to Mars, having a lot of or rather colonizing other planets and all other solar systems. I think it's really just difficult, barely possible. I don't think it's actually possible to actualize. I think people are just being way too optimistic, and before that we just run out of energy resources, and without them we are unable to not only sustain the rocket systems, space programs, but we cannot even sustain the level of the production of goods. So therefore, the world is going to have the world is going to look future in like 200-300 years is, in my view, going to look like like a mix of remove yeah, it's going to look like if you remove from the modern world, well, as I said, production, industrial, post-industrial system. Even though, well, because many of the achievements of science will still be known. Yeah, the level of medicine is going to stay, well, is going to be still pretty high, even though it's going to be not too massive, obviously. It's basically going to look like very close to Last of Us, I think, in this case. Mad Max. Mad Max is way too anti-utopic, I would say. I think it's going to be more... It's not going to be a horrible world. Mad Max is taking place in a desert, right? I don't think the whole world is going to turn into a desert. The struggle for oil, for instance, is not going to be all... There is going to be some, yeah. It's going to be very expensive, very rare kind of resource. Only rich people will be allowed to have it and all. Also, feudalistic system is going to return, possibly. Yeah, frankly speaking, I don't think it's going to be too horrible. It's not going to be apocalyptic. It's perhaps it's, well, some people will enjoy it. Even it's going to be something what Unabomber, Theodore Kaczynski wrote about. Yeah, something of that sort. You better buy that AR-15 soon. Yeah, I probably should. But this is a very long-term kind of perspective, I guess. Of course. Well, there are plenty of resources. Still, I just... by the way, they spoke of green energy as an alternative for the conservative energy resources. As it turns out, well, it wasn't a stupid idea to begin with, because... Okay, fine, even if it works. And I mean, on some scale it does work, right? It doesn't... For example, if we imagine such world, we still can produce something similar. We have the technology, we know how to create them. We will be able to produce some kind of... And we will have some solar panels. We will be able to produce some solar panels. At least we will have some left for a while. But the thing is, solar panels, they also require some resources. Yeah. We will... I just believe, I'm absolutely certain that there is no way, principally impossible, to find a way to obtain energy without burning any resources. It's possible that maybe if the if the space programs of some countries progresses further, which I doubt, by the way, because, well, get to... How much years does it take to get one way to Mars, right? It's like 20, 13, something of that sort. It's ludicrous. It's absolutely fucking... It's way too much. It's not gonna work. One thing may work, one thing we may gain from space programs is some new resources, for example, right? We can obtain some new resources, and who the hell knows, some new chemical elements, perhaps, that can be found deep under the soil of Mars, for instance. Who the hell knows? Possible, right? But how do you distribute them? How do you simply deliver them back to Earth? Yeah. In other words, yeah, I just explained my view on far future. But again, I don't see it as a post-apocalypse of any kind. I think it's actually even better, because I'm fucking tired of the modern era, to be honest. Germany wins. Why there is a Russian flag? Well, any country actually will be allowing foreign citizens to join armies. I mean, it's quite clear. They say, I don't see why wouldn't they, to be honest, if the USA has to do that, and the demographic situation in Germany or England or any other European country, France, which demography is not as horrible as it is for the majority of other Western states, even though it's deteriorating lately, I hear. Nevertheless, well, of course, the same good old Roman army decline situation, yeah. when they eventually had to substitute all their army with foreigners. Yeah, because of obvious reasons, actually. Because there were not enough Romans, well, I mean, ethnically Roman people. Those very Romans, basically. And the borders were way too large. The empire was overstretched. Yeah, so nothing really unexpected here. Okay, I will be finishing the stream now. Now it's definitely the time. Thank you for coming along. It was as always, pleasant to chat. Until next time, I guess. Yeah. Goodbye.